is that you should have dreams. Why? Who would you say if you didn't have a dream? Therefore, you need to have dreams. Because if you don't, then you have nothing to achieve. A work one another has said in Azumar article, mindful. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هل يستوي الذين يعلمون إنما يتذكر أولو الألباب صدق الله العظيم. Say, I will do not accept as the true one. Indeed, it is people who have reason to direct the better. However, this young generation certainly has 1,000 dreams. Sometimes I once heard someone say, if you want something you've never had, do something you've never done. Sometimes our dreams are something we've never done before. That's why I put in a sentence I heard, so that we can achieve dreams and transform them into reality by stepping out of your comfort zone and doing something you've never done before. As you can see now, I stepped out of my comfort zone since I used to not dare to speak until I became a speaker. Becoming a speaker is one of my dreams, and I managed to transform that dream into reality. Nothing possible, guys. Dreams will only be a dream if you don't make any effort for it. When I was in junior high school, I worked as a pastor of our leader of modern girls to my Islamic boarding school, who gives advice about education. She said, you start to praise God about your wishes and good friends. You need something called effort, because prayer without effort is useless. For example, you are sitting and there's one bottle in front of you. You pray your Christian, then you pray, oh God, please give me the water bottle. But you don't have it up. Do you think you're going to answer while making no effort at all? The answer is of course no. Yes, there we go. The time will take itself for us. Then, what is the reason we're too lazy to achieve dreams? If we succeed in transforming our dreams into reality, it's not only will be that, but our country. We are a young generation of the leaders of the nation. If it's found, then our country will be neglected. Do you want it to happen? People suffer in the heart of previous girls who sacrifice their life for independence of our country. And how that young generation can become the leader. If you don't want that to happen, let's together transforming our dreams into reality. It's not only making our school proud, but our parents and customers. Everything requires a process. Firing is normal. There is nothing wrong with stepping up again and stepping up again. Don't give up on making your dream come true. Progress is not always easy. There will be a step where you feel the return of the process. Maybe the time is over. As you grow from this spectacular but before I go, I apologize for all my mistakes. Thanks for your time and attention. Do the best and you will get the best. To us I say, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Our sister was Alfiani Alkia by number 47.
the song is yours.
Let's give our salutation to our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Swear, get it to the likeness from this divinity to this divinity, from the bad era to good era. Let's keep strong religion as Al-Quran as the condition of our life. I will never forget some commercial ceremony where giving me time to deliver a message in front of you all under the Catholic. Oh, give that deserve to be here. My lovely audience, I want to tell you something that is very important, yet easy to forget, even perhaps will not at all. I will say it loud and clear, whatever you dream, thought and who you want to be, as well as it as a future and the judgment and the people, gender college. Ladies and gentlemen, dapat lady to tampil baru bila discharge plus drum to drive. Sometimes lady college the word is pretty and black as again. Something because the leg that comes to the jungle is even stuck with us. Kemudian dalam Al-Quran akan surat subscribe. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Inna And after the headpiece, there is E. We are a young generation. I want you to sing, keep walking. You discover us in little math and prayers of love us. Of the Cameron, for it, out in your earth, no one leaving. It's not real fast, but you do not feel the best. It's 50,000 people saying that the dream are uncapable. Discover your end that you have. If there are people loving will far from you and what you dream, then you just stand up, strong, loving, and wide again. Like, you should listen and care for any negativity that jump out from the mouth of ignorant and self-acceptable. Above all, whatever you did her, I want you to remember one thing. There's only one type of person that you should be and is a decent human being. Whatever it is, it will backfire on us. No matter how your position are, who humble you are, how much money you have, remember to treat others with respect of your own needs and stand on justice. I hope you'll never look up in the pursuit of your dreams and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Al-Quran, Al-Insyirah, 8th verse. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وإلى ربك فارغب. صدق الله العظيم. And it's only for your world that you choose off. I pray that you can always stand up no matter how the challenges are, and I believe that one day in God's time, Allah will give you gift to the person you have always wanted to be. Okay, to close my speech, I want to listen to this word. Open your ears and listen to me. Yours, they will start to sing us hope.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
For the next presentation, to our brother, here is Muhammad Shakir Rusdiana, by number 7. This man is yours.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli birahmatika ya arhamar your Father of joy, honorable Sir of ceremony, respectable moderators, and all beloved students of Darul Istiqamah Islamic Boarding School. Alif is the verse of Hijayah, and my salam is the verse of my speech. Islam is not about speaking Arabic fluently. Islam is not about wearing Muslim clothes, cap, and solemnity. Islam is not about having long hair, but Islam who believes no God but Allah and Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the last prophet. And Islam who answers my salam lovingly and sincerely. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillahilladzi hadana lihada wa ma kunna linahtadiya laula an hadana Allah. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah wa asyhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah. Allahumma shalli ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Amma ba'd. Firstly, in the name of Allah, the Lord of truth, the King of critics, the Master of the Creator, and the Creator of the universe. No other but Allah, which never failed to show the Creator, which never ceased to give many mercies to us, which never ceased to give soul for example in soul. Secondly, salawat and salam always be given to our greatest prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He has brought us from the darkness to the lightness, from the dark era to the good era, and from the stupid era to the cleanness, namely Islam religion. And don't forget to say thank God to Master of Ceremony, who has given me time for giving speech to all of you by title the term Muslim. I will also be a true Muslim. Islam teaches us the rights of Allah. And a person of Allah is considered a spiritual sin. Allah is one. Allah cannot be divided into personalities. Allah has no equal, no right, no children, no match, no parents, and there is nothing which influences him. He is the first, he is the last, he is the creator. In short, he is the provider of civilizing activities. Allah is the creator of the messenger, angels, souls, trees, stones, and all things in this universe. Therefore, as the Muslim, do not worship Al-Masih, do not worship angels, do not worship souls, do not worship anything except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah alone be worshipped, and Allah grant for forgiveness and accidents. In this scripture, Allah said in Holy Quran, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. To God we worship, and to God we ask for help, and for the people. Dear Muslim generation, you now is to show your Islamic identity. Although you live in a Muslim country, you have to show your Islamic identity. Although you are from the Prophet's faith. How was there to say that I'm Muslim? However, much the believers may be first. However, much the habit first my teachers, dear my brothers and sisters, you have to be sure that you are a Muslim, because Allah has chosen Islam for you, that's the true religion. Therefore, they know that Muslim. As Allah said in Holy Quran, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها النبي إن الله قد اختار لكم الإسلام دينا فلا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون صدق الله العظيم. Allah has chosen for the true religion. Therefore, they know that is Muslim. Maybe it's all for me. If you call some say that's only for me, and if you call the truth, that's only from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because nobody is perfect. Plus I will do وبالله التوفيق والهداية والرضا والعناية ثم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
For the next presentation, so our brother here, Zikri Hakim, the Quran of God.
Your Excellency, juries are sitting like the kings and the queens. Your honorable teachers are handsome and beautiful more than me. My respectable female presenters are prettier like the princess. And on my front, my brothers and sisters, a Darul Istiqam Islamic boarding school. The sky is the compass without the stars. The stars in the night is not counted without the moon. The stars in the moon in the night is not counted without you. And you is not counted without me. And me speaking in front of you all is not counted without the salam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The true God is not Siddhartha Gautama. The true God is not Almasih. The true God is not Izanami, is not Izanaki. But the true God is the greatest. Who is that? That is our God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. who create this universe, the normal universe, where the anomaly we can live safely in this world alone. Someone from you all, of course, have an idol. But this idol is more different than the common idol. Salawat and salam always for him. Who is that? That is not Taeyong in BTS. That is not Shah Rukh Khan in Indian movies. With that is our big prophet, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Has changed his word from the dark word to the light word, from bad era to the good era, from bad character to the good character. And because of our prophet, we know the religion, namely Islam. And don't forget to say thanks to the female presenter who has given me the time for a speech from the world by the title, Become a Real Teenager. Silence please. Listen carefully and pay attention to my speech. The real teenager is not alive inside of the room. The real teenager is not smoking. The real teenager is not dating. The real teenager is not drinking alcohol. But the real teenager, which be the special in environment, in home environment, in school environment, or public environment. Their motivation in Arabic side. Pidato yaumi khairu min al-jajati al-ghadi. By the mean, egg today is more important than chicken tomorrow. My brothers and sisters, teenager is very influential for the future of his religion, the future of his country. On our hand, on the teenager hand, will be better, be worse than yesterday, or only becoming. But why, my brother and sister, the backside, one from the 100,000 teenagers that don't like the reading book? But why, the backside, 65% Muslim teenager is cannot reading Holy Book of Quran? What the reason? Why? What, my friend? If you don't know, I want you to know what the reason. I only tell you a little bit from the reason. The first is promiscuity. Promiscuity is very influential for the teenager. Promiscuity is here to change teenager from bad person can change to be a good person. From a good person can change to be a bad person. Example, if your friend drink the drunk, maybe you can follow them too. If your friend is smoking, maybe you can follow them too. The good example, if you pray, maybe you can follow them too. But it's the bad one from promiscuity between boy and the girl is making love. We know that its name is adultery. Outside in the Holy Book of Quran. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wala taqribu linnahu by the mean, do not approach the adultery, in that adultery is a worst act. Al-Isra, verse 32. Second is gadget. Past year, the year without the handphone. Teenager is always playing with his friend outside room. But now you can see the teenager is only inside of the room, the fake side. 90% teenager is like more watching than the reading book. What you want that? You watch TikTok video? You watch Instagram story? You watch the unbenefit video on YouTube? What do you benefit of that all, my brothers and sisters? My brothers and sisters, are you want to be useless teenager forever? Of course you will say no, because you have mind. You can think it. You have feeling. You can feel it. Come on, my brothers and sisters, let's change. Let's start from zero. Let's start a point from the adultery. Let's start a point from the promiscuity. Let's start to reading book. Let's start to reading Holy Book Al-Quran. Gabriel said to our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Iqra bismi rabbikal ladzi khalaq. Read by your name of God who created. But why? The teenager is still not reading the book. Why the teenager is refusing? Come on, I repeat one more time. My brothers and sisters, let's change. I cannot change you. Your friend cannot change you. Your teacher cannot change you. Your friend, your father, your boyfriend cannot change you. That are yourself can you change it. Like Allah said. Allah not change a condition, a plan. But that plan want to change this. Come on, my brothers and sisters. Let's change. Let's struggle. Guess what? If you want it enough, and running, and then you always be the one. Yes, because you always be the one. Teenager is always be the one. Never give up, because we are a teenager. Maybe my brothers and sisters, my speech today is not still here. If there is something wrong, it's from me. This right one is from Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Let's see you. Annyeong, sayonara, goodbye. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
فلا هادي له أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. All praise belongs to Him for giving us guidance from this perfect religion, for creating human from the water, then they are related to the brotherhood and genetic relationship, and obligated to keep it well and giving the reward for everyone who did it. For sending Al-Quran as explanatory things, guidance, affection, and simple message from Muslims is none other than the most perfect substance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the creator of the universe and its content, the resident of the matter, the giver of favors, who always gives us blessings until we can attend Him. Alayka sallallahu, O Muhammad, peace and blessings on you every day. Alayka sallallahu, O Muhammad, you inspire me in every way. I promise that wherever I go, whenever I pray, I'll be saying you praise with the word that I say. Rasulullah, O Muhammad, peace and blessings on you every day. My peaceful and salutation, we present the Lord Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Of the life everlasting, that of Aminah, who had informed happiness to the pious people and informed sadness to the insubordinate people. We deliver to the mass preacher because of his life, everything in this world is created, and because of him, human get help in the doomsday, and his family, his friends, and companions until hereafter. Who has gathered up from the darkness to the lightness, from the stupidity to the cleverness, as well as in your judgment. Well, I don't forget to say thanks to Miss of the Ceremony, who has given me a golden time to speak in front of you all by the title is Uniforming the Ideal Society. Talking about you means talking about ourselves, right? Yes, because most of us here are youth or young generation. But what is interesting in talking about it? Well, there are some considerations. First, you know, people believe in someone's life because it's the transitional period between childhood and maturity that will determine the rest of his life. To be successful or not failure, to be good or bad person, and so on and so forth. Second, youth is often called with the hope of the nation who will substitute their parents with the leader of society in the coming years. I think we are familiar with the book of Shakespeare who says, Inna fi shubari amra ummah, wa fi ikudamiha hayataha. Surely the life and the progress of the nation lies on its young generation. And third, young generation have been burden and responsibility on their shoulders. Young generation are the agent of change and agent of success. Young generation are the everlasting spirit of the nation that will always be flowing and shining like the sun in the sky. But it is a pity and terrible obvious that many of young generation are unaware of their significant role in society. Some of them lack understanding this phenomenon. Actually, we hope them to be brave, we are genius and alert. We want them to be strong, we are weak and paralyzed. We want them to be enthusiastic and energetic, we are lazy and pathetic. We want them to be skillful and independent, but they are sick and can't do anything. How come, honorable audience, do I say right? What's the proof of my statement? You know, many of them prefer spending day and night for useless activities wandering anywhere. Smoking, singing, dancing, have free lifestyle, have use of drugs and many other bad behaviors. We may wonder, why can this situation happen? Why do young generation prefer going out for their homes rather than staying at home to study or play at the mall? Why? Why? Because their environment, their living is not Islamic environment. form the ideal society means to change everything we have right now with Islamic culture, to create new conditions under the shadow of Islamic guidance by following the best example from the life of the Prophet with his companions who were acknowledged by God as the best generation that had ever been created in the universe. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم كنتم خير أمة أخرجت للناس تأمرون بالمعروف وتنهون عن المنكر صدق الله العظيم. You are the best people shown to the mankind, enjoining what is right and forbidding what is wrong. Put on Al-Imran article 110 verse. So, let's build our society with noble Islamic character. Let's revive our heart and mind to be the lovers of Allah and His Prophet, so that Allah will love us too. Let's call our young generation to behave with Islamic character. Let's throw away any value and an Islamic value from our lives. Let's stick together to work hand in hand in forming ideal society according to the God's guidance. That's Al-Quran, in Prophet's tradition, that's a Sunnah. Of course, it is very hard work for every one of us. But if we don't begin right now, we won't ever reach our ideal forever. So, I want you to work together in forming ideal society as the next generation of the nation that will determine the fate of the nation in the future for progress and mutual benefit. Maybe, or like up here I can say, I'm sorry for all my mistakes because I'm just a human who could do some mistakes too. Before I close my speech, I hope we can follow the spirit of our patriots. We don't need to fight for our independence. We just have to continue the fight by building our nation. Okay, thank you for your kind attention and for the occasion for me. And the last I say, Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
For the next presentation, to our sister, she is Ramadhan Aktivitas. The time is yours.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Your Excellency, jurors, honorable Mr. Chairman, respectable speakers, and our lovely audience in this spectacular place. Today will never be bright without the sunlight. This night will never be bright without the moon and the stars. This place will never be bright without my greeting. Then guys, please answer my kind greeting by loving spirit. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, First of all, let us praise and thank the reason of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Lord of the world, the Master of judgment, the Creator of everything. He makes nothing to be something. He makes no one to be someone. He makes impossible to be possible. He only needs to say kun fayakun, be and end. So that's right, you can look at the struggle who is speaking in front of you. Of course, I'm Najida Nurul Afifah. Pidato is the first president of Indonesia. George Washington is the first president of USA. Louis Bonaparte is the first president of France. But Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the prophet and the messenger of Allah. He doesn't have Instagram, but he has many followers more than us. He doesn't have Facebook, but he showed us very well in this world till now. He isn't YouTuber, but he has many subscribers. Who has brought us from the darkness to the lightness, from the bad moral to the good moral, from Jahiliyyah era to the Islamiyah era, normally Islamic religion, with our Quran as the foundation of our life. Well, I don't forget to say thanks so much to Mr. Germany, who has given me a golden time to speak in this spectacular place by the title is The School Wall in Overcoming Moral Decadence. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Instagram, right? And some of us have to talk. At TikTok, you can see videos of young women wearing inappropriate clothes and dancing inappropriately. We also often hear the news about some teenagers consuming drugs. And before families at big cities, people and teenagers going to pubs is a common thing. Teenagers to free sex is also very common right now. It's irony and petty, isn't it? How can something like that happen to our young generation? Now, let me ask you, is it the parents' fault for not keep watching their children? Or the school and the teacher's fault for not educating the students well? The students themselves fault? Well, I think that all of them have been responsible of this. Starting from the students, the parents, the teachers, and the school, all of them have the responsibility to educate and to guide the students to be a good moral person. But in this occasion, I will emphasize on the role of school. My lovely friends, do you know what is moral or morality actually? Morality is basically the human attempt to define what is right and what is wrong. Our morality can be determined by many factors, but the environment in which we develop and grow definitely influences our morality. Therefore, our family, our teachers, our friends at home, and our friends at school will affect our morality. Then, how can school affect our moral? Ladies and gentlemen, school in Arabic is madrasah, which has the meaning the place for learners to learn. A special school or madrasah is an important place for Muslims to know Allah, Rasulullah, Al-Quran, Hadith, and to grow us to have a good attitude, to be afraid of Allah, and to follow Rasulullah. As Allah said in Namali Al-Quran, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم في رسول الله أسوة حسنة لمن كان يرجو الله واليوم الآخر وذكر الله كثيرا صدق الله العظيم. It means, indeed, the husbands of the Prophet is a good example for you. That is, for the one who has praised Allah and the coming of the day of resurrection. And he mentioned Allah. Al-Azhar article 21st verse. Concerned with the Al-Quran and madrasa or Islamic school who will learn Aktivitas and Ta'lim. By studying the subjects, we will learn how to behave politely and we will learn how to treat other people with kindness, respect, toleration, fairness, and humility, just like the behavior of Rasulullah. Moreover, the teachers in madrasa or Islamic school to not only educate the students academically, but they also passionately guide the students to the good things, avoid bad things, and sin. The teachers in madrasa or Islamic school usually always keep watching on the development of their students. The teachers will advise the students if they do some mistakes. But what is it purposely? It's the role of Islamic school. So what about state school? State school also has some important subjects that can build the students' models, such as citizenship, religion subjects, and also counseling. And besides, our curriculum also emphasizes on flexibility. This is very crucial for any Islamic or state school. Another role that can be done by schools is that provide extracurricular and activities that can develop the students' skills. School motivates the students to get achievement based on their passion. By being busy doing extracurricular and joining some competitions, the students will not have much time to do negative activities. They use their time mostly on useful activities. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all my speech for today. Thank you for your nice attention. Last but not least, thanks to our teachers at school for their schedule who make us become a person with good moral like we are today. And to all students, let's be seriously and be a champion in goodness. We are the champions of faith. We'll keep on fighting to the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for loser, 'cause we are the champions of the world. The last I say, Rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
For the next presentation, Chair Brother, here's Muhammad Shaki with number 67. The time is yours.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Your Excellency, the head of state are Yuri was sitting down like the kings and the queens. Your Excellency, the member of Parliament who has the spirit man in his
competition. Your Excellencies, the happy speakers, who has this like celebration. And all of my friends in this competition said, I'm who means somebody achieved. Every competition is so happy without my salam. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yeah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Firstly, and above all, I want to urge you to our faith, to the yes of God is only one to God, to pray to our God. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because He has given a bigger universe and a multiverse and a woman, stars, planets, and earth, woman, perfect man, like you and like me and like us. And we'll be sitting on sun, just sitting on day, all the morning to the night, to the sun, to the morning, to the twilight, to the sunset. And never to forget to say, to give the salawat to our prophet, to the first prophet, and the last prophet is, with that is the prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Because he is the person, me to the darkness and the blue to the stupid and blue river, and the Buddha to the believer world, to the smart world. And on is not forget, who is the Buddha to the forest side and the stupid and the ugly way, to the little curly way. Rasulullah, Habibullah, protect me, surely on the way. And I never could forget to say this semester of school, you have been giving me a longer time and in this competition. And the bigger place where I can stand here where the title is Free Lifestyle. And I will repeat once more the time is Free Lifestyle! Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I want to tell you everything is America. It's America, so free lifestyle. With everything they do, they don't leave the president to Florida, practice drug sex and the cigarettes and everything bad habit. And certainly progressive has a period in our life. Many teenagers has implemented to the promiscuity. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is the best time where we shall know that can lead to the promiscuity that are related to the promiscuity. There are the several factors. And this is going to be the trigger of the kids about memory, other bad habits in memory. And the truth of the social media is the weakest buildings any resident, some ski and some teenagers and any resident, like a bad or like a good. For this is demo to look at the dance like a second or any social media. They are just a lost control. And they are just another undone and it's very forget to the pride to upon the praise. With it like a schizophrenic. And they are just among us. With the forget with everything. It's a bad habit. And they are is a can't forget with his parents and his friends, his bestie and his God. And this is an environment also is a candidate please the key role is the arrogance of the diversity. This is an arrogance of the policy. We have the pretext, dangerous and certainly the habits, everything they do is a bad habit. They are everything and there's any residence and the really the parent is no care to his son. They are used to everything they do. It's a suicide and the suicide everything and everything is a bad habit. They are done on the program to the praise account. And so if you take the point, are you get any point from me? Or if you not get it from me, Please write this down by willingly and the listen me be carefully and listen to me seriously and attention for me actually. The first point is we like attention and with instead of report the social media. The second point is we should know this anti factors and ignorant factors. The third point is we must understand when we can use any social media. And the Surah is Quran, so when I still read the Quran, when the Ramadan moon, and it's the chapter is the third one is like us on the 61. The meaning is, surely Allah just noticed the background, so when the healers of rappers is will, and needed to help us ascending to where the gun of Pakistan. And healers of Pakistan. I installed it in needed. However, any day in a forget. And ascending to what happened with and with. It is a bad habit to be helped together. Where they are is together support the Jew sect and establishing the cigarette and everything. Of course, they are together from the social media, from the TikTok, Instagram, and the Twitter, and all of the social media with business connected with their friends. And we will count the teachings to the Shirley way. This is a no-educated and religious knowledge. It's not an internal factor. The internet, the truth of the internet is just this. There's many teenagers just using this any social media or the would get like using the better is the good and the like the bad. It's the good is they were filled with attitude and respectable with the supervisor and the good is got older with him. And we'll get them to like no one else. So time is I'm far away. And now the events are so wide away. No, nobody people is prepared. So this answer is my speech. If I have this important wrongs and important ideas and this important message, please take it down because that from our God is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who has the arti is upon this guy. He's just alone in that and nobody has helped him because that is our God. It's the truly of God. And if I have this any mistakes and any wrong for me, because that's for me. And it's not Elizabeth or Donald Trump who has the second any residence and any speech for a decider. And I'm also public speaking. And I'm not a stadium author. I'm totally because it's not handsome. I'm just a normal person. And like your album has given me the little spirit for me. When I'm feeling in the sky and you're smelling for me. And there's so much to do with my sleep. And you just thank goodbye and the next time. I feel like I'm becoming Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
For the next presentation to our brother is Muhammad Jamaluddin, who is number 27. The time is yours.
صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. Your Excellencies, Jews, sitting down like the kings and the queens. Your Excellency, Master of Ceremony, who seem beautiful like a famous celebrity. Your Excellency, all operators who seem spiritually to follow this agenda, and my beloved brother and sister in Islam. I see the good things, I say Allah. I see the bad things, I say Allah. I want to be something, I say Allah. I want all the students, I say Salam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. First of everything, first before I enter my speech, let's say thanks to our God. La ilaha illallah. No God but Allah, who has made an earth, made a universe, made a galaxy. No one can help him make earth. No one can help him make earth except Allah itself. And He has been of mercy and blessing. So all the creator in this world to be gathered in this beautiful place. Secondly, peace and salutation be unto our prophet and messenger, the last prophet, the great prophet, who has born to the earth to be Salah in this world, who has bring the holy book Al-Quran. He is more handsome than Kim Tae-hyung, more wiser than Julius Caesar. Who is he? He is our prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who has brought us from the darkness to the lightness, from bad era to the good era, from lettering era into chatting era, from writing era into typing era, from swordman era into archerman era, from archerman era into gunman era, from gunman era into world war era, from world war era into PUBG mobile era, from medieval war era into Mobile Legends era, from Ericsson phone era into iPhone era, to Genesis, the true Islam, then Vatican Islam. And I never forget to say thanks to the Master of Ceremony, who seems beautiful than everybody in this place. The way they speak is more professional than world-class public speaker. The way they deliver this agenda is more advanced than professional Master of Ceremony. And it is pleasurable when this opportunity is given by Master of Ceremony to speak in front of the all by the top. Seeking knowledge, follow with discipline. I repeat once more time again. Seeking knowledge, follow with discipline. My brother and sister, knowledge is important. Knowledge is important for the future. Science is important for breaking all aspects of life. And all of us want happiness in the world. If you want to deserve happiness in the hereafter in the world, if you want to achieve happiness in the hereafter in the world, and the answer is no. As a hadith narrated by At-Tirmidhi which reads, Man arada dunya fa'alayhi bil ilmi, wa man arada akhirata fa'alayhi bil ilmi, wa man arada huma fa'alayhi bil ilmi. Which means whoever wants all the world, it must by knowledge. Whoever wants all the hereafter, it must by knowledge. Whoever wants both, by knowledge. And sister, seeing or studying is an obligation for us. Obligation, what we must do. We not discriminating any social status, age, or gender. This is in line with values. Talabul ilmi faridatun ala kulli muslimin wa muslimat. Which means seeking knowledge is a mandatory for male Muslim or female Muslim. But is knowledge. Does you bad in school? No! Just look at famous people such as Bill Gates. He never finished his school, and this is the real proof to us that seeking knowledge is not in school, but in everywhere. And then, are we really need discipline? Yes, we really need discipline. What is the definition of discipline? So discipline is a very basic necessity for one's progress. This means if you do discipline, you make one big progress. Being disciplined, this doesn't mean that you must follow the rule that you asked to. So discipline is not to follow the human rule, but our religion rule and ethical rule. So discipline is from our deepest heart, and how we different people who do discipline and not discipline. If you look at a man who just sit down on their comfort couch and drink sweet fresh water in front of their television, this means these people doesn't do discipline from the heart. So young like us must learn disciplined behavior from now, because in this modern era, Western behavior has washed our brain and make us disobey what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered everything. Astagfirullah. And discipline is a very basic necessity for one's progress. And discipline is extremely necessary in all spheres of our life. Just imagine. Is there an army fighting the streak of discipline and hard study? No. Is there an educational institution run with the discipline and teach nothing? No. This is the real proof to us that discipline is very crucial and important for everybody's life. So, seeking knowledge and discipline is the key of the success of the experiment is us. It's the better here. It's having benefits to everybody. In discipline, time is more important part in here. If you can manage the time right, it will be changed all behavior. Then you should monitor each every small action of ours, from eating on right quantity and on right time, sleep on time and for sufficient hours, and minimum 8 hours per night. Everything needs to be taken care of for living healthy wise life. And you must control yourself in order, in terms of the whole world society that they live in. So the conclusion that we can take from my speech is, seeking knowledge is important for not be fooled by someone else. And if you want to achieve success, you must do discipline. Because discipline will touch the door of success. And the key is knowledge. Just open it, and you will see happiness come to you when you discipline and see. There is no stage of life that offers you a happy, healthy, wise life if you are not disciplined and seeking knowledge. Maybe this is the last part of my speech. If you all want to know me, I'm not Buya Hamka who speaks goodly. I'm not Korean artist who is handsome, but I is a normal person. And if you got any respect for me, I say sorry. And if you got something right, it comes from Allah. Because nobody is perfect. Last I say, Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah, wa ridha wal inayah. Summa assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
For the next presentation, it comes from new student, Power Sister Shias Anidoshipa Askia with number 101. The time is yours.
First of all, I would like to say something that there is not the most beautiful word to say in this sunny day, except to say and pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because of His mercies and blessings, everything can be performed without any problem and obstacle. And we never forget to offer salawat to an important person on Islam religion. Who is he? He is the greatest man in the world, who has brought a great population for Muslim and Muslimah entire world. Is the one and the one prophet who teaches people mindset to be kind. Without him, we never gonna be selling for each other. We never gonna be kind person and calm person. He teaches us a good education, a life motivation. Who is he? He is our greatest prophet, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I'm so thankful to our beautiful ceremony who let me standing in front of you all for the my speech today, which I give the title is The Importance of Reading for the Nation, Next Generation. Yes, from a historical perspective, literacy is about having two motives. It's about read and write. Everyone knows that reading is important, but have you ever asked yourself, why is that so? Reading is one of the most beneficial and practical activities that human beings can do. But unfortunately, it is a disappointment that people these days read less. As we know, books were the main source of entertainment centuries ago. But with the widespread of technological facts such as cinema, television, internet, among others, many people left the books in the bookshelf. Books are the window of the world. We can explore the world if we like to read. There are so many good people in our country and other successful countries, yet they don't want to read. Whatever the future goal is, if you don't like to read, it will be hard to achieve. This is because by reading that we will know a lot of information. We can enrich our knowledge of anything. We become more understand about music. All smart people certainly are the people who like to read. By reading, we can set our brain to function more. Reading is also an activity because we can see the world by only doing something. And for young generation, reading or writing books with certain social psychological tips improve our capacity to empathize with our fellow human beings. Literature improve our capability to understand and sympathize with the sorrows of others. Kids who develop the habit at an early age are good at comprehending situations and develop a better sense of understanding, better than those who do not read. They are capable of understanding a certain situation and analyze the cause, effect, and scenario naturally. Because the importance of reading, that is why group brings up to this cultural appeal. Besides writing and talking, reading is also important. Reading is the cat knowledge. By reading, our mind will be developed, our knowledge is wider, and it will not be easy to by people. Reading is the best way for us to do success. Reading brings a lot of benefits for us. My good friends, we can start by reading now. We can start by borrowing books in the library. In the library, there are book. Instead of spending time on useless things, we can use our time to read. Reading is a small hobby. If you have a spare time, you can use it for reading rather than playing games. Because by reading, our knowledge will become more. Why this bad? Pidato. The meaning is, a good friend in all times is good. Therefore, let us make it a routine of reading that will get great benefits which arise because the reading activity. Let's read book for the better Indonesia. Maybe we feel today I can deliver. I'm sorry if you got a lot of mistakes in my speech because nobody is perfect. The last I said, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
For the next presentation, to our brother, his Ahmad Muzakir Wahab, with number 97, the time is yours.
A is the place of alphabet. Alif is the place of Jaya. And my salam is the place of my speech. fluency. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Please, in the name of Allah, the Lord of the world, the King of the the Master of the dead, and the Prince of the Universe. The God, but Allah, was never considered so best to us, was never ready to give money for us, is never ready so for we can take Sandu. Secondly, salawat and salam always be given to our greatest Prophet Muhammad SAW, who has brought from darkness to goodness, of better to better, of then to better, so oh, given the time and time for me to decide to give an answer. One more, I take this, one more again, give an answer. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ya ayyuhan nas inna khalaqnakum min dharin wa unsa wa ja'alna wa qabaila lita'arafu inna akramakum atqakum innallaha alimun khabirun. Oh my God, do we have now and Rama and have Matthew and figures that make us older, Lord in the bless of you in the sight of our the best conduct. So our knower and Allah has blessed the conduct of the people and the beauty. If our people were black, if our people were famous, if everyone become lovely, if all the workers and the world had, if the 20 birthday already. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
For the next presentation for our assistant here, please call Zahra Shabani with number 42, the time is now.
Your exhausted, serious, adorable, respectable, orators, boys and girls, and all my lovely audience. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin sayyidina wa maulana Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Ladies and gentlemen, let's pray and say as our beloved God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Lord of this wonderful universe, who has been giving us mercy and blessings until we can ascend and gather in this wonderful, in good condition and happy. Second, may Salawat and Salam always be with our best and beloved Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who has teach us to be good Muslims, who has led us into purpose in Christ. Maybe Islam really talks. Lastly, I would like to say thank you very much to Mr. Ceremony for giving me this precious time to deliver the speech. But first, I would like to ask you guys about something. Do you ever make fun of your friend's physics? Or maybe you are the one who ever feels that your friends make fun of your friend's physics. Don't you know? Even though you mean this joking around with your friends, make fun of your friend's physics is also good. Maybe one of you will do it, because all people also do that. But you know, the person that bullied her physics will get sad, and because of that, she will be a shy person, not to visit, always insecure, and etc. Maybe some of you didn't understand what is bullying. Bullying, is that a big problem? Is the impact of bullying that large? Well, because of that, this guy little Shabbat, standing here in front of you all, I would like to present my speech about the bad side of bullying. Is that issue across our nation? You might not know it, but the person sitting next to you could be getting bullied. They might not seem like they are hurting, but inside they could be. Bullying doesn't have to be pushing someone around, showing them a locker, or even punching them. Bullying can be on the internet, after school on the walk home, on the bus, maybe even in your own household. Anybody that intentionally tries to hurt your feelings is bullying you. It doesn't matter or not at something they say in class. If it hurts their feelings, then you are bullying them. Children who are victims of bullying are usually experiencing problems. These problems include physical, social, emotional, academic, and mental health problems. Bullying can affect everyone. Those who are bullied and those who witness bullying. Bullying is linked to many negative outcomes, including impacts on mental health, substance use, and suicide. Someone who is used to bullying others tends to do the same thing until adulthood. Worse, he can do violence that make him a criminal. The impact he will experience if he continues to do this. Victims of bullying are vulnerable to physical and mental health problems. Bullying in children can trigger feelings of self-esteem, depression, anxiety, and difficulty sleeping life. The impact of bullying is very large. Here are the types of bullying that we need to know. First, physical bullying. Physical bullying is when bullying targets physically. This might be shoving, tripping, punching, or hitting. Any form of touching that a person doesn't want can be bullying and possible sexual assault. Second, sexual bullying. Sexual bullying is a behavior, physical or non-physical, where sexuality or gender is used as a weapon against another. Third, prejudicial bullying. Prejudicial bullying arises from misguided or learned beliefs that certain groups of people that of their victims. With cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is when people use internet and social media and say things that they might not say in person. This can include sending in text, posting insults about someone on Twitter, or making rude comments on their Instagram picture. Cyberbullies also might put personal information, pictures, or videos that decide to hurt or injure someone else. And 6. Verbal bullying. Verbal bullying is taunting or teasing someone. However, it should be noted that although joking does not have a bad start, what is funny for one child may not be fun for another child. Emas positif, la tastakir menggunakan kulikuli syai'in madiyah. The meaning is, do not insult someone who is lower than you, because everything has advantage. Bullying is never fun. It's a terrible thing to do to someone. If you're being bullied, then it's not your fault. No one deserves to be bullied. And don't be afraid to tell the truth. And think before you speak. Maybe that's all my speech I can deliver. Please forgive me if you found a lot of mistakes from my speech. Thank you very much for your nice attention. May God bless us forever. And the last I say, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Presentation, Charles Brother, Praise, Ahmad Arun Narayana, Miss Gandhi, Princess, the time is yours.
And under is called proper on the Savior have mentioned us in the and we have mentioned we have not mentioned us after them. Some of them mention us our prophet. Prophet Muhammad was teaching our rifle in Torah. Prophet Daud was teaching our rifle in Jabul. Prophet Isa was teaching our rifle in Prophet Muhammad was teaching our rifle in Al-Quran.
So the first agenda is evaluation. So the Jewish, the time is yours.
Oke, baik. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ya, di sini saya tidak bicara bahasa Indonesia saja, biar paham semuanya, ya, biar paham ya dari gerakan Irwin baru isyarat ya, biar diperjelaskan dan menghibur kita semua ya. Itu sebagai closing yang luar biasa. Kasih tepuk tangan buat Irwin ya. Irwin maju ke depan, saya minta. MC menunjuk mic dulu ya, untuk MC kita tanya Irwin. Jawab pertanyaan Ustaz ya. Ada 5 pertanyaan. 1. Ikut seleksi kemarin? Enggak. Cuma pengganti. Yang kedua, berapa lama persiapannya, Irwin? 3 bulan. Berapa minggu sebelum?
3 mingguan.
Ini ada? Terus, kenapa belum hafal? Pertanyaan ketiga, kenapa kurang hafal?
Terdesak.
Terdesak. Siapa yang mendesak?
Karena disuruh gantinya langsung tiba-tiba lihat kaget kan.
Terdesak. Siapa yang mendesak?
Teman-teman.
Oh, jangan bilang teman desak kayaknya. Bukan. Teman ini siapa yang mendesak?
Banyak banget.
Siapa? Siapa? Oke, pelatih kita siapa? Pertanyaan keempat, pelatih kita siapa? Ustaz Alif sama Ustaz Fadli mana?
Ustaz Fadli lagi pelajaran.
Karena kan? Selama dilatih sama Ustaz Alif apa yang terkesan sama